There she is, Sam. The big rat.
The big rat?
The brain impulse galvanoscope, record and transfer.
With respect, Mac, I find it hard to believe that it has the capability you've described.
It has, Sam. You'll see. Ah, Joe. Good. Now we can begin.
Is this it, Dad?
This is it. You know what to do. Now, Sam, I have recorded my brain patterns on that reel of tape. So, electronically, it now stores my knowledge and my experience. In a moment, I'm going to transfer that knowledge and experience to little Joe.
Okay, Dad. I'm ready.
Relax, Joe. Don't answer me. Just relax. Relax completely. All right. Now, what is the storage access time of the French C3400 computer?
The answer is 5 nanoseconds.
Is that the correct answer, Mac?
That is the correct answer.
Mac, it's been a long interrogation, but I just want to ask Joe one more question.
Okay, Sam. But then I think we will call it a day.
Right, Mac. Now, Joe, we've been talking now for over an hour about the C3400 computer. My last question. How many transistors are used in it?
That's easy. None. Pulse light beams and integrated circuits make them unnecessary.
Oh, Mac, it's incredible, just incredible.
Well, Sam, as far as I'm concerned, it's just a dream come true.
How long will Joe retain all this knowledge?
As soon as we remove the electrodes, he'll be back to normal.
It all seems like a dream, Dad. How did I do?
You did just great, Joe.
Well, Sam, what do I ask convex computers? Tell me, how much is this invention worth?
You know, Mac, every time I emerge from that laboratory of yours, I'm surprised to find myself in an old English cottage.
That's the way we like it, Sam. A combination of the old and the new.
You're asking how much this invention was worth. Now, look, do me a favor, will you? Before you mention this to another living soul, give me 12 hours.
How do you mean, Sam?
I've got an idea how this could be used to produce a greater benefit than I'm sure you ever visualized. 12 hours, Mac. Is it a deal?
It's a deal.
right now.
But is it that urgent, Sam?
Yes, it is. And bring Joe along, will you?
Oh, sure.
Now, look, Mac, I wouldn't ask you, but it's vital.
Okay, Sam, if you think it's important.
How soon can you be here?
Well, it'll take us a couple of hours.
Okay, Mac, see you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Uncle Sam must think it important, calling us out this time of night.
Yeah. It must be something to do with Big Rat. Hold tight.
Okay, we'll go over this once again, Professor. 1, world intelligence will buy, what do you call it? The Big Rat. 2, no one outside these 4 walls will know of its existence. 3, it will play a vital role in maintaining world peace.
I'm confused. Will somebody please explain to me how this crazy scheme's supposed to work?
Okay, Professor. Let me describe what could be Joe's first assignment. File number 90. It contains what little information we have on the Russian MiG-242. This aircraft is the fastest and most heavily armed in the world today. We have nothing equal to it in the West. We have no weapons that can stop it. And so the Russians have the capability of striking and destroying us at any moment they choose. Now, question. How does your boy and the Big Rat help to maintain world peace? Answer. By capturing a MiG-242 and revealing its secrets to the West, thus restoring the balance of power. Now, this is how we would do it. A Russian pilot has agreed to hold a press conference in London. We'll be there.
John Woodburn, National Express. Have you flown a MiG-242? And if so, can you describe its performance to us?
I have flown the MiG-242 many times. As a matter of fact,
This is our man, Mac.
Did
Did you hear that? He's flown the 242 many times. Are you sure we're going to get this recording?
I hope so, Sam. The concealed antenna is right over his head.
A team of 8,000. The entire program was scheduled and monitored by a computer. We know that you have no similar aircraft and no defensive weapons capable of intercepting it.
Joe,
It is a truly
you can switch
amazing
the machine
aircraft.
off now. Just
You
push the red
understand
button marked stop.
security prevents
Okay,
me
Dad.
from giving you...
Now, Joe, Uncle Sam and I are
Coming home
See why
immediately.
the West
Okay,
still has
Dad.
any fear.
See you in a couple of hours.
I think you know the plan, Joe. Mac has managed to record the brain patterns of a Russian MiG-242 pilot. And now he's going to transfer all that captured knowledge to you. Are you ready?
Yes, Uncle Sam. I'm ready.
Good luck, son. Now, you know what to do. Just relax.
Now listen, Joe. WIN has provided you with some specially made equipment. First, a pair of glasses. Built in are the electrodes that your father normally connects to your temples that enable you to use the knowledge that's been transferred. Without them, you'll be Joe. But when you're wearing them, you'll have all the knowledge and experience of a Russian jet pilot. Next, a pistol, specially made for you. It's small, light, and will fire 200 times without reloading. A small portable transmitter and receiver linked to WIN satellite network will enable you to talk to Mac or myself from any part of the world. Okay, Joe. You're now WIN's most special agent.
Uncle Sam, it's terrific.
Joe, this may seem a strange thing to say to WIN's most special agent, but we have a long journey tomorrow, and I think you ought to be getting to bed.
What, now?
Yes, now.
Thanks, Uncle Sam, for the glasses and the gun and that other thing. But if I'm a special agent, don't I get a badge?
Of course you get a badge, Joe.
Gentlemen, today is the first time that foreign correspondents have been allowed to view the 242 at close quarters. As you know, the details of the 242 are a closely guarded secret. And since you are all experts on aviation, with one notable exception... Where is he? Professor McClaine, where is your boy?
If you will exercise a little more patience.
Well?
Contrary to what you have just stated, my boy is an expert on aviation. At this moment, he is probably climbing into the cockpit, and a few moments from now, he will fly it away. Then he'll battle his way through your air defense system and take the aircraft to England, where its secrets will be unraveled.
Gentlemen, please, please. All right, Professor McClaine. Very funny. And now tell me, where is your boy?
Sam Luther from Joe 90, airborne, over.
Well done, Joe. Now, the Russians are bound to launch other aircraft and will try to shoot you down. Remember, Joe, you've got the skill and the knowledge of the finest pilot in the Russian Air Force. There'll be no match for you.
Okay, Sam, I've got the picture.
That's right, Control. One of the correspondents has stolen the MiG-242.
Message received. Past description of man who stole aircraft.
Well, Control, it wasn't a man. It was a boy.
A boy?
Yes. A boy. Aged about 9.
A 9-year-old boy? Have you been drinking?
You are trying to tell me that a 9-year-old boy climbed into the cockpit of the world's most advanced aircraft and flew it away?
Yes, Commander.
I will give you one final chance. Do you still persist in submitting this ludicrous report?
But it is true, Commander.
Dismiss.
The man just leaving my office. Place him under close arrest. I will deal with him later.
No, no, you can't do this. I've been telling the truth. A little boy stole that aircraft, and he was 9 years old.
Professor McClaine, please accept my government's apologies for this incident. I have arranged for you to be escorted to the airport in time for you to connect with your flight to London.
Thank you, Commander. You've been most courteous.
By the way, Professor, where is your boy?
Well, Commander, I should think he's just about halfway between Moscow and the Russian border, flying a MiG-242.
Moscow Air Defense System, 3 interceptor aircraft launched. Have instructed pilots to seek and destroy.
Thank you, Base 513. This is Moscow Air Defense System. Alert all ground-to-air missile stations.
Yes, sir.
Sam Louver from Joe 90.
Okay, Joe. Loud and clear.
Sam, I'm approaching the Russian border. My instruments tell me that I've got 3 MiG-242s on my tail. They're about 200 miles behind me. So I'm going to turn and shoot it out with air-to-air missiles. Over.
But, Joe, isn't that kind of dangerous?
Red 1 and Red 2, this is Red Leader. Bandit has turned to intercept. Stand by air-to-air missiles. Stand by to fire missiles. 5 seconds.
They can't really stop me now, Sam. They may try ground-to-air missiles. And that's just what they're doing, Sam. They're throwing everything they've got at me. I can't chance it. I'm going in to attack the base.
Okay, Joe. You're the expert.
Okay, Sam. Missile base completely destroyed. This is a great aircraft. Now look, Sam, I'm approaching the Russian border now. Have you obtained clearance for me to fly across Europe?
Sure, I've obtained clearance. From now, it's a clear flight all the way to England. The authorities over here want you to land at Manston in Kent.
Fantastic.
It's a MiG-242, all right. When I got the message from Central Control, I just couldn't believe it. But they're dead right. Okay, radio the armored vehicles to close in. We can't take any chances.
Armored Vehicle 1 to Control Tower. There is no pilot. The cockpit is empty.
He can't have got very far. Search the area and bring anyone who saw the landing up here for interrogation.
Roger, will do.
Now, let's go over this once again. You were very close to this aircraft when it landed. Yes, sir. That's right, sir. Now, when the aircraft stopped, you say the canopy opened, the pilot jumped out and ran to the airfield perimeter. Is that right? Yes, sir. Now, think very carefully. What age did you estimate the pilot to be? As I said before, sir, as far as I could tell, he were about 9 year old. 9 years old, eh? And then you say, when he reached the airfield perimeter, he jumped into a waiting car. That's right, sir. That's just what he did. And now I expect you'll tell me that the car rose into the air and flew away. As a matter of fact, sir, that's exactly what did happen.
Well, you pulled it off, Joe. A MiG-242 completely intact in the hands of the West. Oh, boy, what an achievement, eh?
It was so exciting. But you know something? I'd rather fly with you.
That's my boy.
And so, Professor McClaine, that was the sort of operation that could be handled by your boy Joe with the assistance of the Big Rat. Of course, we all know there is no such aircraft as the MiG-242, and indeed there is no conflict between Soviet Russia and the West. I simply made up that little story to illustrate the sort of thing Joe could do to help us, if we had your approval.
No, Professor McClaine, you really expect me to...
Dad, you've got to let me do it.
Keep out of this, Joe. Go outside. Now, look, Max, now look, Mr. Weston. Although Joe is not my real son...
Professor, we know all
since Mary died, that boy has meant more to me than...
we know all that. No boy ever had a better father.
And you expect me to risk his life?
Just try to see our side.
It's out of the question.
Professor McClaine, the opportunity's here to prevent war.
Well, find someone else.
To save human life.
Joe's life comes
Make
first
new
to me.
discoveries.
Just hold it, will you? Think of the potential, Mac.
But Joe is so young.
You won't regret it, Mac.
I hope not, Sam. I hope not.
Thanks.
Joe?
Can I do it, Dad? Can I work with Uncle Sam?
Oh, I suppose so, if you're sure you want to. But don't come crying to me if you get hurt.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Uncle Sam. Mr. Weston, can I ask you a question?
Why, sure, Joe. What is it?
When do I get my badge?
Right now, Joe 90. Right now.
Can you hear me, Johnson? Johnson. Johnson, I picked up your emergency call. Who did this? Can you hear me, Johnson? Was it Coletti? Johnson, was it Coletti? Come on, Mac.
Wafer 238.
Mac? Sam Louver.
Hello, Sam.
Listen, Mac. I want you to meet me at the Northfield Hospital right away.
What is it, Sam?
There's no time for explanations. Just get over there right away.
All right, Sam. I'll be there in 15 minutes.
Right. Bring your portable recording equipment and ask Joe to stand by on the Big Rat.
Okay, Sam.
Thanks, Mac.
Joe.
How much longer, Mac?
Just a few minutes.
Is the radio link working okay?
Yes. The brain pattern is going straight into the Big Rat. That should do it. I'll tell Joe. Joe?
You can switch off now.
All right, Dad.
Fine, Mac. Well, let's go.
Hold on, Sam. I think it's time for some sort of explanation.
Later, Mac. We have less than 2 hours. You must get back to your laboratory. Now, listen carefully, Joe. We have the recorded brain pattern of one of my best agents. Your father's going to transfer all this knowledge and experience to you.
I understand, Uncle Sam.
All right, Joe. You know what to do. Just relax. Relax completely.
Yes, Dad.
The man you saw at Northfield Hospital was Ed Johnson, one of our top agents. He's been working undercover for the past 3 months on one of the most important cases the World Intelligence Network has ever handled. And I believe he was close to cracking it.
Go on, Sam.
Well, we're up against a ruthless and very efficient organization. The man at the top is Mario Coletti.
Who's he, Uncle Sam?
Coletti's one of the cleverest agents operating today. Wherever there's political unrest, there you'll find Coletti selling guns to the highest bidder.
Do you think this man is here, in England?
I'm sure of it, Mac. I mean to nail him. Every year, hundreds of people are cut down by guns supplied by Mario Coletti.
It seems to me, Sam, such a man must be stopped. But how do we do it?
We've had one break. When they dumped Johnson in that alley, they overlooked his micro recorder. Listen. This is the last message on the tape.
Report A17. Johnson, 1100 hours. Fox will attack, 2100 hours today. Target shipment Tango 120. Will confirm. Out.
What does it mean, Sam?
It means that the Fox, Mario Coletti, intends to hijack Tango 120, a truckload of automatic rifles of the latest design, in approximately 1 hour. I want Joe to be with that shipment to lead us to Coletti.
Why use Joe on the mission, Sam?
Those rifle cases are only 4 foot long and weigh less than 80 pounds. Joe's about 4 foot, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
And his weight?
Oh, 6 stone.
That's 84 pounds. Close enough. There's the homing signal. Joe's aboard the transporter. We can monitor his position all the way.
Well, if Johnson's information is correct, Coletti will strike in 1 minute from now.
Right on time.
That driver's got his foot right down.
Oh, don't worry, he won't get far. Right, get the guns loaded into the trucks. Let's go. The signal's stationary. The transporter must have stopped.
Could it be some sort of traffic holdup?
Possible, but on a country road, not likely. I think Johnson was right. They've been ambushed. Great.
What do you mean, great? If they find Joe,
That's just it, Mac. As I said, a grown man could never hide inside one of those crates. Who'd be looking for a 9-year-old boy? No, it's just great. Joe will get a free ride right back to Coletti's hideout.
Coletti.
The helicopter reports the tracks are 1 mile from the base and have not been followed.
Good. Give them clearance to enter the complex.
Well, even Mr. Coletti should be satisfied. Everything went without a hitch.
Shall we unload the trucks?
No, we can do that later. Come on.
What was that?
I can't hear anything.
Sounded like it came from one of the trucks. I think I'll check it out.
Oh, come on. You're imagining things.
I guess you're right.
Joe 90 to base.
It's Joe.
Loud and clear, Joe 90.
Phase 2 complete. I'm in some sort of underground complex. I'm going to take a look around. We'll report in 15 minutes.
Intruder in Area 4.
Intruder in Area 4. Intruder in Area 4.
You fool. Someone followed you back to the complex.
Oh, impossible.
Get down there.
Yes, sir.
I want him, preferably dead.
Over there!
It looked like a kid.
Come on.
Hey! Intruder, now in Area 7. Repeat, Area 7.
We've got him cornered. Drop your gun. I said drop it. This is the end of the line, kid. The very end.
So, this is the intruder.
Yes, Mr. Coletti.
What's your name, boy?
Joe, sir.
Joe what?
Joe 90.
An unusual name. What are you doing here?
I'm an agent for the World Intelligence Network.
I see. That's very interesting. And this is your case?
Yes.
What's this? A badge? Transmitter, huh? They could almost be real. Gregson.
Yes, Mr. Coletti.
Take the boy home.
But, sir, you don't understand. This boy seriously wounded 2 of our men.
Do you take me for an imbecile? It's obvious to me what happened. At the first alarm, some fool fired at the shadow, and the rest of you panicked and started firing at anything that moved. It's a wonder someone wasn't killed.
Mr. Coletti, this boy's a crack shot.
I've heard enough of your lunatic excuses. Take the boy home.
Come with me.
Mr. Coletti?
Yes?
Can I have my case?
Certainly, Joe 90. that boy has seen and heard too much. Tell Gregson to dispose of him.
Yes, Mr. Coletti.
All right, son. You're going home the same way you came.
I've forgotten my glasses.
You won't need them.
Joe should have reported again by now, Sam.
Don't worry, Mac. With Ed Johnson's background knowledge, he'll be able to handle Coletti.
I hope you're right, Sam. I hope you're right.
Joe 90 to base.
Are you all right, Joe?
They've caught me, Dad.
Where are you now?
I'm locked in the boot of a car.
Listen, Joe. Do you have your glasses?
No, but I know where they are.
Okay. You've got to get those glasses.
Joe, feel round the lock.
There's probably a slot with a hook in it.
Someone's coming. I can't say anymore.
I've got a message from Coletti. Dispose of the boy.
It'll be a pleasure. And follow me in the other car.
Right.
The signal's moving.
What's going on, Sam? Can't just sit here, Sam. Something's obviously wrong.
You're right. Let's go. Mac, the signal's stopped.
Joe.
Our men have searched the wreckage, and there was definitely no one in the car. Did you see the crash, sir?
No, we were just passing.
Control 147, calling 147.
Excuse me, sir.
I don't understand, Sam.
It means Joe must still be in Coletti's hideout.
Have we any idea where that is?
Well, I plotted an approximate location from Joe's homing signal in the laboratory.
Then what are we waiting for?
Document 178, code and transfer immediately. The consignment ordered October 15th will be ready for shipment early next week and will consist of 1,200 Mark 17 automatic rifles and 350 Brenner submachine guns. The price is as agreed and must be paid in the gold 1 week prior to shipment. The actual details of the payment can be worked out later. I am leaving for Geneva tonight and expect to be there in 3 days. Where are you?
Close enough to kill you, Coletti.
Gregson? Davis?
They're not here. You sent them to take me home, remember?
Carter! Carter!
Are you sure this is right, Sam?
Yeah, Joe said he was in an underground complex. There must be a hidden entrance someplace.
All right, Coletti. I'm coming to get you. You're the only Coletti. It's just you and me.
All right, Joe 90. Come on. Come on! Come on out.
Over here, Coletti.
What was that?
Sounded like an explosion.
Over there.
That's it. Come on.
Joe! Joe! Joe!
Joe.
Dad, Uncle Sam, it was just great.
You had us worried, Joe. We thought you were in that car when it went over that cliff.
I'm sorry, Uncle Sam. I must have dropped the homing device when I was struggling to undo the boot of the car.
What happened to those men, Sam?
And we picked them up. It was a clean sweep.
Great. What's my next assignment, Uncle Sam?
I'll tell you your next assignment. A hot bath and straight to bed for you, my boy.
And that's an order.
Dolphin to swordfish. Dolphin to swordfish. The guests are ready. Prepare for reception. Repeat. The guests are ready. Prepare for reception.
Hi, Mac.
Sam, didn't take you long to get down here. I'm just inserting the library tape you phoned me about.
A5?
Yes, A5. Major Charles Taylor. Chief test pilot, U.S. Army Air Force, small arms expert.
That's the one. You better get Joe down here, Mac. We haven't much time.
Right. Joe, can you come down here?
Right, Dad.
Well, Sam, what's this all about?
Well, two leading electronics experts, Professor Brunovsky and Dr. Frank Adams, secretly recruited for a top security government project in Istanbul, have both been involved in fatal air crashes en route.
Brunovsky and Adams. I read about the crashes, but their deaths weren't reported in the papers, Sam.
Because in both cases, theirs were the only bodies not recovered. We believe they were kidnapped before the plane crashed. We've got to find out how and why.
Where does Joe fit into this?
Joe and you, Mac. You're both flying to Istanbul. As a world authority on electronics, you're the bait.
Thanks very much.
Hello, Uncle Sam. Dad?
Hello, Joe. You okay?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Good. We have another mission for you.
Smashing!
Yes, it could be quite exciting, especially as I'm the bait.
Now, Mac, both Brunovsky and Adams were traveling on medium-range passenger jets. You'll be traveling in the same type of plane, flight T-4063, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Dad's coming with me. It'll be great.
That's right, Joe. You could call this Operation McClaine.
All right, Joe?
Yes, Dad.
Okay, Joe. Just relax. Relax completely.
We're all set, Sam. Leak it to the press that Professor McClaine is flying to Istanbul. Give our unknown friends every opportunity.
Don't worry, Chief. It's all taken care of.
Good. Well, now it's up to the Professor and Joe 90.
Come on, Dad, or we'll miss the plane.
For the last time, I'm in charge of this mission. Now keep calm. Now, where on earth did I leave my hat?
You're wearing it, Dad.
Huh? Oh, so I am. Well, to the car. Come on, Joe, hurry up.
I didn't think we were going to make it, Dad.
Just sit back and relax. I've got everything under control.
The professor and the boy. Seats 11 and 12.
Thank you. Thank you very much, stewardess.
Able Victor to London Control. Airborne. Switching to Channel B. Out. Athens weather report. 2 tenths cloud, visibility 15 miles, no heavy traffic.
Good. That means we should make Istanbul on schedule.
How many passengers do we pick up in Athens, sir?
10. We'll have a full ship for Istanbul.
Uh, 10 minutes to 9.
What's that you're reading, Dad?
The chart of the route. In about 15 minutes, we should be over the sea.
Dad, I wish I could go up to the flight deck. Do you think they'd let me?
You just sit tight, Joe. We've got a job to do.
I'm just dying to see Athens again. You know, I met my first husband there.
That must have been an extremely fortunate day for him, madam.
Why, thank you.
Dolphin to swordfish. Dolphin to swordfish. Prepare for reception.
Approaching Athens. Start descent 2 minutes. Weather still holding up.
Right. Well, it looks like we're going to make it.
There is a passenger requesting to come into the flight deck, sir.
Not right now. We're about to commence our approach to Athens. If you're staying aboard until Istanbul, I'll try to arrange it later.
I'm afraid later will not do, Captain. Please do not move.
Bill! You've killed him.
Not a bullet, Captain. A tranquilizer pellet. He will be unconscious for hours. Now, change course to 300 degrees magnetic. Do as I say. Switch to auto control. Set rate of descent at 800 feet per minute. Thank you, Captain. Seagull to dolphin. Seagull to dolphin.
Will be at reception in 7 minutes. Over.
Good, Seagull. It should be a successful battle. Dolphin to swordfish. Dolphin to swordfish. Reception in 7 minutes. Repeat. Reception in 7 minutes.
Joe, something's wrong. We should be approaching Athens airport, but we're still over the sea. Have you got that pocket compass with you?
Yes, Dad.
Joe, This reads 300 degrees magnetic. That's at least 100 degrees off course.
How clever of you, Professor. Now do precisely as I say. Come with me to the rear compartment. I'll give you exactly 5 seconds. Do as I say, or your boy dies.
All right.
Dad, no!
Don't worry about me, son. Just do what you've been told.
After you, Professor.
Dad! Dad!
What is it?
That man, look, he's got a gun.
If anyone makes a move in the next 15 seconds, it will be his last. Say, what's going on? Right. Inside the escape unit, Professor. What was that? They've ejected.
The pilot. He's unconscious.
What? Then who's flying the plane?
No one. And we're losing height.
We're going to crash. We'll all be killed.
Now look, stay calm. Help me with these escape doors.
We'll never get through there. It's solid steel.
We've got to. It's our only chance.
Uncle Sam, they forced Dad out of the plane. A man and a stewardess, and we're diving.
Joe, put on the glasses.
Uncle Sam, Dad's gone, and everybody...
Joe, listen to me. Put on the glasses. The glasses, Joe. Put them on.
Oh, the glasses.
Put them on, Joe.
Open up. Open up in there.
Joe. Joe!
Okay, Sam. I've switched to manual. I'm trying to put her out of the dive. If there's time.
We're climbing! We're climbing!
Okay, Sam. We're going back upstairs. Everything's A-okay.
Nice work, Joe. What are you going to do now?
Level off at 5,000 feet, then head back to where the professor was forced to eject. As near as I can judge, it was grid reference point TU-74.
Right. I'll alert the Navy.
They won't get far.
Thanks.
You have excelled yourself, Kramer.
It was too easy. I'd have thought world intelligence might have given the professor at least a one-man escort.
Yes. However, I have an extremely interesting proposal for you, Professor.
Do you think, after what you've done to my boy and the other people on that plane, that I'd be interested in anything you had to say?
We have ways of making you cooperate, Professor.
Kramer is crude, but right, my friend. Ways that you could never possibly envisage.
You're wasting your time.
We shall see, Professor. However, that will wait till we are aboard the submarine.
Sam, I see something. It's a sub, just surfacing. Grid reference TU74.1.
Grid reference TU74.1. That's a restricted area, Joe. It could be the pickup for the professor.
Is there no trace of him?
No, I can't see it. Hey, wait a minute. There's something. Looks like a speedboat.
Hey, that must be it.
Joe, whatever happens, don't let that speedboat get near the sub, or we may never see the professor again.
But Sam, this is an airliner, not a jet fighter.
Joe, you can do it.
Remember, you have the knowledge and experience of one of the world's finest pilots.
The patrol's on its way. Just keep the speedboat away from the sub till they get there.
Okay, Sam, I'll do my best.
You will find it's a most interesting project, Professor. An orbiting satellite broadcasting sonic death rays capable of paralyzing whole cities. What is it, Kramer?
It's a plane.
I think it's just some sort of passenger jet. It's very low.
You're right.
Fool, Kramer. It's that plane AV-21. It's the aircraft you were supposed to have destroyed.
I don't understand. It must have crashed. Both the pilots were unconscious.
One of them must have recovered.
Impossible.
Then it must be a passenger.
No, we checked most carefully. None of them has any experience of flying.
One has.
Who?
My son, Joe. Kramer?
A boy, 9, 10 at the most.
You have a very strange sense of humor, Professor.
We shall see. I think he's coming round again.
I'm going in to divert the speedboat.
Good luck, Joe.
It's heading straight for us.
We are going to crash.
I managed to turn them, Sam. But they're coming back for more.
Hold them just a little longer, Joe. The naval patrol is nearly with you.
This time, Kramer, whatever happens, maintain course.
I understand.
Dolphin to swordfish. Dolphin to swordfish.
We are under attack. Require immediate assistance. Require immediate assistance.
So that's the way things are.
Whoever's flying that plane is throwing it around like a toy.
It's still coming. That's my boy.
Shut up!
It's coming through everything.
Just maintain course.
You'll kill us all.
This time there's no turning back.
Don't give way, Joe.
No.
You'll pay for that. Kramer, can you restart the engine?
Don't bother. Look.
Professor. I know when I'm beaten. But tell me one thing. Who was piloting that plane?
It was Joe, my son.
Well done, Joe.
Mission completed, Sam. Over and out.
Captain William Barry and co-pilot Frank Casper, who together played a major part in foiling a sinister plot to destroy the free world, were at Buckingham Palace this morning for the royal investiture. Authorities at Mayland Military Hospital report that both are in good health, but have suffered a complete loss of memory of the events leading up to the incident. A hospital spokesman said, in such cases of severe strain, total amnesia is not uncommon, and the full facts might never be known. I wonder what they'd say if they knew what really happened.
They never will, Mac. But that's life, Joe, in the WIN.
Since this will be a unique operation, I shall explain each stage as we progress. As you know, the patient is suffering from an advanced meningioma. Firstly, we reduce the blood supply to the brain. Once this has been done, the operation must progress at speed and without interruption. Any delay would be fatal. All right, let us commence. Switch on laser lance. 6 seconds duration.
Yes, Doctor.
Wait here, Joe.
Okay, Dad.
Blood flow to right hemisphere? Correct.
Thank you.
What's going on here?
Oh, Professor McClaine. Good evening. Do come in. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, John. That'll be all for the moment.
Thank you, Doctor. Good night.
Good night, Doctor.
Good night.
How did it go?
Well, so far, all the equipment has been operating faultlessly.
Good. Do you still want me to give it a thorough check?
If you would, Professor, it would give us additional confidence.
Only too glad to help, Doctor. Do you have much trouble normally with the maintenance of this equipment?
Well, the servicing is fairly efficient, but with this operation, which is only the 6th of its kind, we can't afford to take any chances.
Of course. Are you performing the operation yourself, Dr. Blakemore?
Not this one, Professor. There's only one man in the world capable of this type of work. Dr. Emil Kados. He's flying here specially. You see, the patient is a very special man.
Oh? Who's that? Maurice Estoral. How nice to see you again.
Forgive me, I know the face so well, and yet I can't quite place you.
Oh, that is understandable, Monsieur Estoral. We met but for a few moments some years ago when you were awarded the Nobel Prize.
Of course, Professor McClaine. I have followed your work with interest.
That's very kind of you. And if I may say so, I'm a great admirer of your work. Maurice Estoral. Well, I never thought I'd meet him again. You know, Joe, he's one of the greatest writers the world has ever known.
Is he the man that's having the brain operation, Dad?
That's right.
I've never heard of him.
Of course you haven't heard of him, Joe. But you will when you get older. Whatever may happen in the course of the next few days, one thing's for certain. His books will live on forever.
He's not going to die, is he, Dad?
Well, I hope not, Joe. Everything possible is being done for him. As a matter of fact, the man who's going to do the operation is flying in at this moment. His name is Dr. Emil Kados.
Dr. Emil Kados.
Yes?
We've just received a radio cable for you, sir.
Thank you. Stewardess?
Yes, sir.
Is this storm likely to get any worse?
I shouldn't think so, sir. Don't worry, it should pass very shortly.
Thank you. You're most kind.
Yes, it is urgent. Sam, this time I need your help. Okay, goodbye. Terrible. A double tragedy.
But, Dad, I don't understand you. The paper says that Dr. Kados was one of the survivors.
But don't you understand, Joe? He's bound to be injured. And that means he can't perform the operation, which in turn means Maurice Estoral is going to die.
Isn't it possible he wasn't too badly hurt, Dad?
I suppose it's possible, Joe. That's why Dr. Blakemore and Dr. Sherman are flying out to see him this morning. But I don't hold out much hope.
Do you need to see any more?
I don't think there's much point. Obviously, he's in no condition to perform the operation.
Well, before we leave, let's get a full report on him and fix a private ward.
Not a chance.
But, Sam...
You know perfectly well, Mac, that the Big Rat is a closely guarded secret. Only 4 people know of its existence.
Well, why
And that's the way it's going to stay.
Sam, when we went into this partnership, it was clearly understood that the Big Rat would save lives.
That's right, as many lives as possible.
Well, then,
But
if
don't
you
you see, Mac, once our cover is broken, its use would be limited, restricted, certainly inhibited.
But we'd still save lives.
Of course we'd still save lives, but not half as many as if we keep it secret.
Sam, one of the greatest writers the world has ever known is going to die in a few days.
I know that.
But, Sam, we can save him. The only man who can operate on him is in a Swiss hospital badly injured. But we can record his brain patterns.
And transfer his knowledge to another doctor. I know we've been through this 100 times. I'm sorry, the answer is no.
Why, Sam? Why?
Because it means, Mac, that a 5th person would be involved, and that is out of the question.
Dad, Uncle Sam, why are you both arguing? Why can't I get brained up? Then I could do the operation.
Oh, why didn't I think of that before? All we have to do is to take you along to the hospital and say we have a 9-year-old boy who's capable of doing the operation. I'm sure they'd prepare the theater immediately. But just keep out of this, will you, Joe?
Sorry, Dad.
Mac, understand this, will you? You have no choice in this matter. A 5th person cannot be involved. Understood?
Understood.
But, Dad, I still don't understand why we're going to Switzerland.
Joe, I've already explained to you. We're going there to record the brain patterns of Dr. Emil Kados.
I know that, Dad. But you promised Uncle Sam that you wouldn't involve a 5th person.
That's true, Joe. I did make that promise. And I don't break my promises.
Dr. Blakemore, I am a man of some maturity. I feel that you have been trying to tell me something. Perhaps you would be a little more explicit. I would rather know the truth.
All right. As we explained to you previously, the only man capable of performing the operation is a Dr. Emil Kados. At this moment, he lies in a Swiss hospital critically injured.
Yesterday's air crash?
That's right.
Will he live?
Yes, he will live.
Well, that's good news.
Good news for him, but not for you.
I understand that, Doctor. What I don't understand is why you're telling me all this.
There's a reason. There is one chance, a very slender chance, and that is for me to undertake the operation myself. The decision is one that I want you to take.
Dr. Blakemore, I am not afraid to take a chance. The point is, are you?
Attention please, attention please. British National Airways announce the arrival of flight BN 407 from London.
Well, we'll be at the hospital shortly.
Yes, I'll impress that on him. Thank you. I have spoken to the matron. Dr. Kados underwent an emergency operation about 2 hours ago, but he's not yet regained consciousness. The matron would be happy for you to see him, but she has asked that you stay no longer than 10 minutes.
Thank you, nurse. That's most kind of you. Where do we find him?
Room 206, on the 2nd floor.
Thank you.
Okay, Dad. The balloon's high enough now.
Well, let's hope it works.
Just relax, Dad. Just relax.
It's not easy, Joe. This chair was built for you, not for me.
You're quite sure you want to go ahead with this?
Yes, I've considered the whole matter very carefully. I've made my decision. I'm going to operate.
What do you estimate your chances are of succeeding?
I should think as low as about 100 to 1. Nevertheless, 1 chance in 100 is better than no chance at all.
When do you plan to do it?
Tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock.
And when are you going to tell Monsieur Estoril?
Right away.
So you've made your decision?
Yes, I can promise you I'll do everything in my power to make the operation a success.
I appreciate what you're doing for me, Doctor. And I want you to know that whatever the outcome, I am grateful.
Thank you for that. Excuse me.
Of course.
Dr. Blakemore here. Professor McClaine, how are you? Fine. Yes. Yes, it was tragic. Well, it's strange that you should call at this moment, Professor. I'm going to attempt the operation myself. Well, that's very kind of you, Professor. To have you in the theater while the operation is in progress would be a tremendous help. Yes, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Much appreciated. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
What a piece of luck. Dr. Blakemore has decided to attempt the operation himself. I suggested that I should be there to look after the equipment, you know, in case anything went wrong. And he was delighted. He fell right into my trap.
That's wonderful, Dad. So that means we can get into the operating theatre without any trouble.
That's right, Joe.
But, Dad, you said they wouldn't allow an inexperienced person to carry out this operation.
That's why I had the transference, Joe. Don't you see? With the knowledge that I've now got, they'll have no choice.
right. Let us commence. What the devil's going on?
Hold it, everyone. Just don't move. Okay, Joe. Lock the door. I said hold it, Blakemore.
Professor McClaine, have you gone mad?
No, Dr. Blakemore, I haven't gone mad. What is about to happen is beyond your understanding. Just do exactly as you're told, and nobody will get hurt.
You're right, Professor. It is beyond my understanding, but let's get one thing clear. My duty is to my patient. The man is under an anesthetic. The operation must proceed. I'm going ahead. You can do what you like to me.
Indeed, Dr. Blakemore, your duty is to safeguard your patient. And that's just what you're going to do. If you don't follow my instructions, I will put a bullet through his head. So if it's your patient you're considering, I repeat, do exactly what I say.
Well, Sherman, what do we do?
Now, step to one side. Joe is going to undertake this operation.
What?
That's what I said. Joe is going to do it. Okay, Joe.
Scalpel. Scalpel.
Don't give it to him. You must be crazy.
Give him the scalpel. If you don't, the next bullet will go straight through your patient's head.
Give it to him.
Pulse.
Pulse normal. Breathing steady.
Swab. Probe. Pulse.
Steady at 84.
Incredible. Quite incredible.
Forceps.
Forceps.
Thank you, gentlemen. The operation is now complete.
I don't believe it.
No, Dr. Blakemore. No one will ever believe it. And may I congratulate you on a very successful operation. You have just saved the life of one of the world's great men. Thank you.
Professor, I just don't understand.
Neither will anybody else. I will tell people that you carried out a brilliant operation. You and your staff will tell people that my boy Joe, 9 years old, successfully carried out one of the most difficult operations in the world. I wonder who they'll believe.
Can we go home now, Dad?
Yes, Joe, we're going to go home now. Well, it's nice to be myself again. I'm sure I could never have fired that gun so accurately without the brain patterns of a WIN agent.
And I don't think I could have done the operation without a brain transfer from Dr. Kados.
You're right, Joe. I think they both did very well.
Firing squad, halt! Have you anything to say? Have you anything to say?
No, General.
You know that failure cannot be tolerated.
Yes, General.
You have failed and must pay the price. Firing squad, at the ready. Take aim. Fire! If you work for me, success is amply rewarded. But fail and you will suffer the same fate as the wretch you have just seen executed.
Dad! Dad! There's someone to see you. Dad!
Yes, dear?
There's a lady upstairs to see you.
A lady? Who is she?
Oh, Miss something. She's a reporter.
Oh, yes, Miss Davis from that American magazine. She's doing a series on old English houses and thinks the cottage will be of interest to her readers. What's she like?
Oh, she's just a lady.
Oh, pretty, plain, old, young?
Quite old. About 25, I think.
25. Yes, that must seem pretty old to you, Joe. Well, come on, let's go and talk to her. It shouldn't take more than 10 minutes.
I'm sure our readers will be surprised and pleased to hear that this cottage is over 150 years old. Well, one more question, Professor.
All right. One last question.
Oh, I didn't realize. I've been here nearly an hour. I must apologize.
It's all right.
Well, now, let's see. Ah, yes. What is your favorite color?
Color?
Yes, women love to know these things.
My favorite color? Let me see.
You always said you liked blue, Dad.
Did I? Oh, so I did. Yes, blue.
Blue. Marvelous. Well, Professor McClaine, it's been a pleasure meeting you.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. The door, Joe.
And thank you again for giving me so much of your most valuable time.
Yes. Well,
This really is a beautiful home. Sweet boy. I'm only sorry we couldn't talk in a little more detail about your work.
It's pretty dull.
Dull, Professor. I read your paper on the miniaturization of computers for space and thought it's absolutely marvelous.
Well, to the general public, it's still pretty dull, but you read it.
Yes, in fact, I disagree with practically everything you said.
Oh, you disagree?
Yes, Professor. If we had time, I could explain my reasons.
Please, Miss Davis, come and sit down. You've aroused my curiosity.
Here's the report on the Coburn affair, sir.
Good. Well, it took a big rat to catch a big rat. Get it?
Yes, Chief. Very clever.
Good. Well, let's see. About this trip.
Yes, sir. I should be away about 2 weeks.
Can Kelly fill in for you?
Oh, yes. There's nothing important in this sector at the moment. He can handle it. Except Joe 90.
Yes, we can't give that to Kelly. No one outside the original form must know about that setup. I'll take it over.
Right, sir. See you in a couple of weeks.
It's a wonderful evening, Mac. Thank you.
It's my pleasure, Mr.
Angela.
Sorry, Angela. I don't get out much these days, but I must admit it's very enjoyable.
Well, we'll have to do this more often.
Yes, I think you're right.
Let's drink to it.
Of course.
To us.
To us. Well, Joe, I wonder if you'll understand. How do I look, Joe?
Fine, Dad.
Mrs. Harris is coming up from the village in about an hour. She'll give you your dinner.
Yes, Dad.
Anything wrong, Joe?
No.
Good. Well, I must be going.
Do you like Miss Davis, Dad?
Well, why do you ask?
You saw her 3 times last week.
She's a very interesting woman, Joe. And she really does know about electronics. Yes, yes, I like her. Listen, Joe, I'm free tomorrow afternoon. Why don't we go fishing?
Fishing? Can we really?
Of course. We'll take a few sandwiches and stay out all afternoon.
Great.
Well, I must go. Goodbye, Joe.
Bye, Dad. Enjoy yourself.
Thanks, Joe.
I can hardly believe it, Chief. It's just not like him.
Well, there it is in black and white. Last Monday, dinner at the Regent Hotel. Tuesday, the opera. Thursday was a lecture, but supper afterwards.
What a thing to come back to. Have you tackled him about it?
Professor McClaine is vital to our organization. That's why we have a C-14 constant surveillance tag on him. He's done nothing to endanger security so far, but I'm worried.
What do you want me to do, Chief?
You're a personal friend. Go down and see him. Talk to him. Explain things.
Well, it won't be easy, but I'll try. Hi, Mac.
Why, Sam. How was the trip?
Oh, fine. Yeah. How you keeping?
Oh, mustn't grumble.
Nice day?
Beautiful.
Look, Mac, I can't hedge around. I came down to talk about Angela Davis.
I see. Well, what about her?
Well, you've been seeing her quite a bit lately. She's even been to the cottage a couple of times.
Just what are you getting at, Sam?
All right, Mac, I'll give it to you straight. She's a potential security risk.
Are you telling me to stop seeing her?
Now, look, think about it, Mac. The big rat has proved its value to world intelligence. It's more important than any individual.
Now, you listen, Sam. What I do in my private life is my concern. Neither you, nor world intelligence, or anyone else, for that matter, is going to tell me what to do.
Now, wait a minute, Mac. Just wait.
Angela Davis is an intelligent, attractive woman, and I intend to see her as often as I like.
Mac, wait! Mac! Hey, come back here! Obstinate old buzzard. Why, Joe, how long have you been there, Joe?
I didn't mean to listen, Uncle Sam. I couldn't help it.
That's all right. What do you think about Angela Davis, Joe?
I don't like her. She's too smooth.
Yes, I'm beginning to have my suspicions about Miss Davis. Do you know when your father's seeing her again?
She's coming down tonight to stay at the cottage over the weekend.
Then I think it's time for a little action, Joe.
It's just that, although I've seen you a lot in the last 2 weeks, there's still so much I don't know about you. Tell me about your work, Mac. What are you doing at the moment?
Oh, thinking about a book, this and that.
Don't you have any important projects underway? Something on a large scale.
On a large scale?
Yes, something big.
Big? No, nothing like that. I want to relax this evening. Let's forget about work.
All righty. Let's talk about something else. Your hobbies. You like fishing, don't you?
Blast.
What's wrong, Mac?
Oh, nothing. It's just that I promised to take Joe fishing this afternoon. I forgot all about it.
Oh, never mind. Joe's a sweet child, but he's young. He has his whole life before him. You should think of yourself a little more.
I suppose you're right.
You know I'm right. You should think of your future, Mac. Our future. Come on, Mac. Let's take our coffee into the lounge and relax.
Right, Joe, the recording's complete. Now let's try and find out what's going on.
Okay, Uncle Sam. I'm ready.
More coffee, Mac?
Please.
Okay. You now have the brain pattern of Angela Davis, Joe. Now think carefully and tell me what she really plans to do.
Well, let's see. She's not working alone. There are two men, Carlson and Andrews.
All right. It's time.
She said there was nothing in the cottage.
No, but she's found some sort of underground laboratory.
And that's where we may find something of interest.
Yeah. She should just about be going down in the elevator now.
pull over and stop. We can see the cottage from here. She has 8 minutes.
I thought I saw a light upstairs in the cottage.
I didn't see anything. Relax. Everything's been planned to the second. Now.
She should have signaled. Something must be wrong.
5 seconds. Look.
Everything is going according to plan. I see. Well, remember, I want results. Right? Right, but do not expect mercy if you fail. Very interesting. It seems to be a remarkable piece of apparatus.
We thought you'd recognize its, value, General.
Of course. The usual arrangements. Gold?
Gold. Some people will do anything for it. Are you absolutely certain this is what they plan to do, Joe?
Yes, Uncle Sam. The story I've just told you is how I imagine it could happen. There's no doubt about it. Angela Davis intends to steal the plans of the big rat.
We've got to stop her. We'll tell Mac everything. How we recorded her brain pattern and transferred it to you, and so discovered the whole plan.
Uncle Sam?
Yes, Joe?
If you told Dad the whole story, it would... well...
You mean break his heart?
Yes. Look, I've got an idea. Let me try my way first.
All right, Joe. You've got your chance.
Joe, where have you been?
Hello, Miss Davis.
Your father's out trying to find you. He's very worried. I think you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
That's not all you think, Miss Davis.
What do you mean?
You think I'm a brat.
But I've
an
never...
obstacle between you and Mac.
Well, I've never
Saw
even...
2 friends of yours today. Andrews and Carlson.
How do you...
Know about them?
Who told you?
No one. I know everything. Think of a number.
What?
186. Think of a country.
I don't understand.
Australia. Your favorite color is red, and you hate mice.
Oh, it's a trick. What are you, some sort of devil?
No. I've recorded your brain patterns and transferred them to myself.
Impossible.
I know your every thought. I know why you came here.
Oh, I really don't feel
You
well.
don't stand a chance.
This is unbelievable.
You're an agent. You came here to steal my father's ideas. I know all about the General.
The General?
Remember the jungle? The waiting in the courtyard?
No.
The sound of the firing squad? Failure cannot be tolerated.
Stop. All right. You win. What do you want?
I want you to go away.
Please, Angela. Please don't cry.
I'm sorry, Mac. This is the hardest decision I've ever had to make. You're so sweet, Mac.
Just tell me.
Well, I've decided to go away. I knew in my heart it would never work. You're set in your ways, Mac, and you're happy here with Joe. It will be fine for a while, but then you might begin to regret it. I can't bear the thought of that happening.
I see. Isn't there anything I can say?
No, Mac, no. I must go. I'm sorry.
Well, I won't try to change your mind. I respect your decision.
Thank you.
I'll drive you to the station.
Miss Davis?
Yes?
I'm Sam Louver, World Intelligence.
Look, I don't want a bodyguard. It will only attract attention. Please leave me alone.
I'm here to arrest you.
What? But I was guaranteed safety.
Where you're going, you'll be perfectly safe for a long, long time.
This is nice, Joe.
A fire always makes it cozy, Dad.
Yeah. You know, Joe, life is a great teacher.
What do you mean, Dad?
Well, I've learned over the years to judge people, and I'm glad my instinct didn't let me down.
You mean about Miss Davis, Dad?
Yes, Joe. The moment I met her, I thought I sensed an inner integrity, and events proved me right.
Yes, Dad.
Well, she's gone now, Joe, but she did it for us. Gives you a sort of warm glow.
I know, Dad.
Put another log on the fire, Joe. That was magnificent.
Oh, just great. Look, I hate to break this up, but we really must be going.
Oh, can't Mr. Schladek play some more?
Please, Maestro.
I'm sorry, Mac, but we're late already.
Well, if you must go. It's been a privilege to hear you play.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for a wonderful dinner. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
We can just about make that plain, Mr. Schladek.
Good. Well, good night.
Goodbye, Mr. Schladek.
Good night. And may I wish you the best of luck on your world tour.
Thank you.
See you, Mac. Goodbye, Joe.
Bye, Uncle Sam.
Bye, Sam.
I liked Mr. Schladek, Dad.
Did you, Joe? Why?
Well, he seemed sort of calm.
Yes, I know what you mean. A great artist. So why this? Why did Sam Loover and the World Intelligence Network want the brain patterns of a man like Igor Schladek? It's incomprehensible.
Pardon, Dad?
Oh, nothing, Joe.
Is this Schladek's last letter?
Yeah. It's been processed by the lab, but there's nothing of significance there.
Well, Agent 88 is due to give a recital at the embassy tonight. That may prove to be a more interesting hunting ground.
I must congratulate you, Schladek. The recital was magnificent.
Thank you, Colonel.
It's a long time since I heard you play, but your style remains inimitable.
You are too kind.
There are many people here who would like to meet you. Please mingle with my guests. Schladek?
Colonel?
Hello, Igor.
Good evening.
May I have a word with you, Colonel? It's about the new airfield.
This is not the time or place.
It is rather urgent, sir.
Very well. Out on the balcony, away from the guests. Give me 5 minutes. This will do. We can't be overheard here.
Well, sir, I had the report from the civil engineer. The site for the new military air base will have to be moved about 10 miles east. The new location is grid reference 017C4.
Schladek? Is this your pen?
Oh, yes.
You left it on the balcony.
Let's see.
Dear Sam, the tour is progressing well. It has been hard work, but very enjoyable. I hope to be back in England at the end of the week and look forward to seeing you then. Good.
How's it coming, Kelly?
I was just about ready, sir.
Now, let's see what he managed to get.
Good evening.
May I have a word with you, Colonel? It's about the new airfield.
Sounds promising.
Very well. Out on the balcony, away from the guests. Give me 5 minutes. This will do. We can't be overheard here.
Turn up the volume.
Well, sir, I had the report from the civil engineer. The site for the new military air base will have to be moved about 10 miles east. The new location is grid reference 017C4.
What's the reason for this change?
Hold it. Give this absolute priority. Edit out Schladek's voice and do what you can about the background. This is red hot.
Congratulations, Herr Schladek. A truly wonderful performance.
Thank you.
I would take it as a personal favor if you would autograph the score for me.
Of course.
Oh, I'm sorry, Senator Schladek. May I present Senator Karspo?
Sir, I consider it a great honor to shake your hand. Yes, sir. I would like to say without fear of contradiction that we have all just heard a truly great pianist.
Oh, forgive me. Your pen, I'm afraid it's fallen right inside.
No matter. It's not important. It's only a pen.
Shall I read the telegram back, sir?
No. Just send it.
The man who just left. Show me his telegram.
I'm afraid I can't. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Here it is. Is everything in order?
It seems harmless enough. It can go. But send a copy to my office.
Yes, sir.
Am rehearsing Rachmaninoff's 8th Symphony. The interesting minor melodic interpretation now expected next Tuesday. Oh, what does it mean? And why has Sladek sent a telegram to us?
I don't know, Dad.
I'm no expert on music, but I do know Rachmaninoff didn't write 8 symphonies.
Who is it?
Major Kloss.
What do you want?
I have an authority from Colonel Marner to detain you. Open the door. Open this door or we will break it down.
I'm glad you called me down, Mac.
Well, quite honestly, Sam, I was baffled why Mr. Schladek should send me such a telegram.
Well, Mac, you may as well know. Igor Schladek is one of our top agents.
What?
That's right, Mac.
I can't believe it. A man dedicated to music A spy?
Schladek is also dedicated to maintaining world peace. His music gives him the perfect cover.
Oh, I see. Well, what do you think this telegram means, Sam?
I'd say it's some sort of code, probably a block cipher. Very hard to crack. I'll have to drive back to London right away and get the experts onto it.
Dad, Uncle Sam, I think I know what it means. If you take the first letters of each word...
Joe, Mr. Schladek is a highly intelligent man. He wouldn't use...
Wait a minute, Mac. I'm rehearsing Rachmaninoff's 8th Symphony, A-R-R-E-S-T, Arrest.
I-M-M-I-N-E-N-T, imminent. Arrest imminent.
That's it. He obviously didn't have time to use a complicated cipher. Great work, Joe.
Thanks, Uncle Sam.
This means his cover's been broken. We've got to move fast. Do you have Schladek's brain patterns available, Mac?
Yes, it's in the tape library. Now I see why you asked me to record it.
Right. Okay. Mac, begin the transfer.
Sam, what's happening?
Well, they've got Schladek all right. They're holding him at Varslow Prison.
Couldn't we break in somehow and rescue him?
Out of the question, Joe. There is one possible way.
Go on, Sam.
Schladek is a famous celebrity. They don't want to risk an international incident, so they're allowing him to make the worldwide broadcast that ends his tour.
I remember reading about it. He's playing his international concerto.
Right. I've worked out a plan. It's dangerous, but it's our only chance. Here's what we do.
Transmission in 5 minutes.
Why, Joe.
Hello, Mr. Schladek.
Joe McClaine.
What is the meaning of this?
I thought I could turn over the music for Mr. Schladek. I've done it before.
I would like him to do it.
Out of the question.
Wait. You may stay.
But, Colonel...
Be quiet. We don't want any kind of disturbance till after the broadcast. Don't lose your sense of proportion, Major. This is a young boy. What harm could he possibly do?
Will you please go into the studio, Mr. Schladek?
This cable channel leads right under the studio floor. Have the car waiting here, ready to take off the moment Schladek gets clear.
Okay, Sam. I understand. Good luck, Sam.
Thanks, Mac. See you later.
Transmission in 2 minutes. Are you ready?
The microphone is a little too near the base. And I'd like this acoustic baffle moved to the right, please.
We won't be able to see them, sir. What does it matter? We have ears. If Schladek stops playing, we'll know immediately. Tell them it's all right.
The announcer has started. Cue light in 20 seconds.
Seal the building. Give orders to shoot anyone trying to get in or out.
Yes, sir.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Cue light.
Left.
12 minutes.
Got it. All right, Joe. Take over on the piano.
Okay, Sam.
Inimitable.
How much longer?
About 9 minutes. Listen to the music. This could well be Schladek's last recital.
Right. Follow the cable channel. You'll find a car waiting in the street.
What about you?
Don't worry about me. I'm gonna replace these covers. Get going.
I thought I heard something.
Relax, Schladek is still playing.
Over here.
Professor McClaine.
Get in, Maestro. We must reach the frontier before the broadcast ends. There's the frontier.
My face is well known in this country. They're sure to recognize me.
Just leave it to me. The Igor Schladek recital.
These seem in order. Let me see your friend. Turn your face this way. I don't understand. Wait here.
It's nearly finished.
How long?
About 1 minute.
Colonel.
What is it?
I beg your pardon, Colonel, but it's the frontier. They have a radio, but they're asking us to confirm that the broadcast is live and that Schladek is actually playing the piano.
Tell the tone-deaf cretin on the other end of that phone that no one in the world could play the piano as we are hearing it played now, except Igor Schladek. Tell the unmusical peasant that. Magnificent. All right, Major. Take Schladek to the interrogation room at Varslow Prison.
Yes, sir. You've been lying to us for 2 hours. Now I want the truth. Who was playing the piano? And where did Schladek go?
But I keep telling you, I was playing the piano, and Mr. Schladek went down into the floor.
I wouldn't hit my son if I were you. Especially as he happens to be telling the truth.
Hello, Dad.
Who are you?
Professor McClaine. I've come to take my boy home.
He is under arrest. He will be charged with 9 serious indictments.
9, eh? 1 for every year of his life. Well, that should make interesting headlines in the world press. May even get you promoted.
Please, Professor. The Major is overwrought. I can't begin to understand all this, but you and your boy are free to leave our country. One thing. Don't come back.
A pleasure meeting you, gentlemen. Come on, Joe. Let's go home.
Yes, Dad.